Moving on, preparations for King Charles III official visit to Kenya are now in top gear as the country waits to receive him on Tuesday. But even before his arrival, various groups, including the Kenya Human Rights Commission, have intensified pressure for the king to issue a public apology for the brutal and inhumane treatment inflicted on Kenyan citizens during the colonial period. The KHRC has already written to relevant security agencies in Nairobi, notifying them of a planned demonstration. Other groups, including elders drawn from the Kikuyu, Ma and Kalenjin communities, have also joined in the fray, as Emmanuel Tor now reports.
2 days before his historic visit to Kenya, preparations for the official 4-day visit by King Charles III and his wife Queen Camilla are complete.
It's the king!
But as the country awaits the monarch's first visit to Africa and a Commonwealth country, the calls for the king to apologize for the 68-year-old atrocious colonial rule are growing louder by the day. Sunday, the Kenya Human Rights Commission, KHRC, making more demands for King Charles to issue an unequivocal public apology.
The so-called statement of regret was part of the out-of-court settlement of financial settlement, building of a monument, and a statement of regret by the British government.
What we are advocating for is just comprehensive engagement with all the impacted groups, and then provision of effective remedies, which comes with apologies as a beginning point.
There is no indication that the king plans to meet with all the diverse groups of victims of gross human rights violation perpetrated by the brutal colonial regime.
What's difficult about making an apology? So an apology starts to take you into difficult legal territory. And so, as I say there, the settlement that we made was an out-of-court settlement. So it showed our sincerity and our desire and our openness about recognizing that abuses had been committed.
KHRC has also announced it will be hitting the Nairobi streets to pressurize the king to correct the past before embarking on a journey to the future.
We have already given our notification to the police about this. We are yet to receive an official response about that.
The statement by KHRC also comes after Kikuyu elders issued the same demands, including the compensation of the Mau Mau fighters, the majority of whom were killed during the state of emergency between 1952 and 1960. Kalenjin elders have also called for the reparation of Koitalel Arap Samoei's skull for proper burial, while the Maasai petitioned the king over the loss of their lands to the British settlers.
We propose a comprehensive land restitution and compensation plan to rectify the disposition of our ancestral lands and provide just restitution.
While the demands abound, the UK High Commission in Kenya has given its vehicles a facelift with a touch of Kenyan matatu graffiti, dubbed the Royal Matatus, in readiness for the visit. On arrival on Tuesday, the king will hold meetings with President William Ruto at State House Nairobi, lay a wreath at the tomb of the unknown warrior to Uhuru Gardens, as well as visit the site of the declaration of Kenya's independence in 1963. King Charles will also tour the Kariakor War Cemetery grounds, where 59 African Second World War casualties are buried. King Charles III will also visit Karura Forest, Nairobi National Park and the UN, while in Mombasa, the monarch will be at the Mtongwe Naval Base, Kuruwitu Marine Area, Nyali Beach, Mombasa Memorial Cathedral, Fort Jesus and Manthri Mosque. King Charles has previously visited Kenya in 1971, 1978 and 1987, but this would be his first since ascending to the throne. His mother, the late Queen Elizabeth II, became queen in 1952 when the news of the death of her father broke while she was in Kenya. Emmanuel Tor, KTN News, Nairobi.
Now, President William Ruto says the country will stop importation of food items beginning 2025. The president regretted that the government was spending 500 billion shillings every year